In this video, we're going to look at using discussions, but we'll look at using some additional features. So let's take a look at that. Let's go back to the questions object. And we happen to be in the instructor mode, so we're going to look at some additional options within that mode. So I'm going to click on Discuss, and then access the same questions topic, and open it. You can see from our previous testing that we placed a response as well as a reply. So let's look at doing a second response. You'll notice that it's open up from down here, so it just continues to open those, and we'll be able to do that. So instead, let's walk through some of the different features that are available. So I'm just going to put some text here. And then let's take a look at using bold, italics, and underlining. We simply highlight that. We can click bold, underline, italics, and underline, and those are all applied. To remove them, we would do the same actions and remove those items. To use the numbering, we click on numbering. It will begin to start that. We'll say, pressing the Enter key will get us to the next line, and pressing it again. So those numbered lists will certainly make the content a lot easier to read depending on what it is that you're posting. I'm going to hit that twice here and then turn it off. And now let's take a look at using bulleting instead. So I'm going to go here to the top, and I'm going to go to the bullets. Type that in, and again, pressing the Enter key on the keyboard, we'll go to the next line, and so forth. So again, pretty straightforward in how you would use those features. Or I can simply delete those items when I'm done. Next, I want to take a look at adding a picture. So I would click the picture icon, and that's going to bring up another dialog box above. So I can do a couple of things. I can link to something that's already online, but probably the simplest way is to simply upload it. I'm going to click on the upload button, and then I will choose my file. I've got a lot to choose from, so I'm going to choose one of my pictures that I already have. Click open. Now this is a part that many people forget. You must press on the send to server. Now, if you've already done this once, it's going to give you a warning, but it's not a problem. It will just simply append and rename to the next one. Click OK. It's going to show you the width and the height if you're okay with that. Simply click OK, and it will be placed right in this section. If you wanted to change the size, let's say it's really big and you wanted to make it smaller, you can highlight it and then go back to that picture area, and you can change the size. So let's make this really small so we can see the difference. So I'm going to make that 20. Click OK, and now it's there, but it's very, very small. So that's another way you can do that. If I want to remove it, I can just go next to it and just hit my backspace, or I can highlight it and delete it to remove those items as well. Sometimes it's easier to just start over, so you can do select all and delete everything in that section, which will also get you to the point where you can start over. Next, let's look at adding a link. If I click on the link, it will ask me if I want to do a URL. In this case, that's what we're going to use as our example. And so I'm going to put in just Google, just as an example. I don't need to put the www, just the link itself and the ending. Just double check in the target. The target should be new window. That way you're not making any of the people who are looking at your post. If you don't do that, it will replace their window and they'll essentially leave the LMS, and we don't want them to do that. So make sure that new window is selected, and then click upload. So now you've added a link to this. So again, not too bad. So the next thing we'll look at then is using the paste from Word. So what will happen when you click on the paste from Word is when you click on it, it opens up again another dialog box that will ask you to go out to Word, grab the content that you want to use by copying and then pasting it into this window. So I've got a couple of Word documents open. Some of them actually have pictures in them. That won't post, but you can certainly use content. So I'm going to click on this one and open it up. And you'll notice that it really is just pictures. But that's okay. We're going to create a little bit of content and then we'll use that as our example. So again, pictures won't go, but you'll be able to do other things. So what I could do is just add a little formatting to this. Just a little bit. Nothing too complicated. It won't capture everything, but it will get close. So I'm then going to copy that content. And you can do this a couple different ways. You can right click and copy it, or you can use the keyboard shortcuts. There you go. I'm going to close this. And now I'm going to put my mouse here. And again, you can use the Control or Command V, which I'm going to do right now. You can see it's really close to what I had. Click OK. And it adds that to that content. Now I had my mouse, my cursor at the end of this line. That's not really where I wanted it to be. So if I press Enter, I can move it over. And you notice it maintained the italics and it maintained the bold. When done, you click Respond to Topic. So that's the simple way to use those different features within the responses and replies. You have the options in both, so you can use it in a response as well as a reply. So you'll have the same options there. So you've now seen how to use the bold, italics, underlining, numbering, bullets, select all, paste from Word, add a picture, and add a URL link.